Many are called, but few are chosen. Matthew 22:14. If you're watching this video, it's no accident. There are no coincidences for the chosen ones. You were led here, drawn to this message because deep down, you've always known there's something different about you. A sense of responsibility, a weight on your shoulders that others don't seem to carry. You may not have fully understood it, but deep inside, you've always known you were meant for something more. This video is not for everyone. No, it's dedicated to the chosen ones, the rare souls with a divine mission on this earth. If you're not one of the chosen, you might as well turn away now. The truths I'm about to reveal will only resonate with those who have been set apart by a higher calling. For the rest, these words will fall flat. But for you, the chosen, they will be like keys unlocking doors that were always meant to open for you. Stay with me until the end, because what I'm about to share could alter the course of your spiritual journey. These are the secrets that will help you guard your spirit and walk your path with power, wisdom, and protection. You cannot afford to neglect these truths. Your mission is too important, and the forces against you are too powerful to face unprepared. The importance of secrecy as a chosen one, there are certain things you must keep to yourself. You may already know this on an intuitive level. People around you sense something different about you, and some may be drawn to your light, while others may feel threatened by it. Not everyone has your best interests at heart, and not everyone can understand the path you walk. That's why the first lesson we must cover is the importance of secrecy. Secrecy doesn't mean dishonesty, but rather discernment, knowing what to share and with whom. This is essential for your protection, both spiritually and emotionally. There are certain truths, certain insights, and certain vulnerabilities that are meant for you alone, or only for a select few. Why, you ask? Because not everyone will understand. Some will mock you, others will doubt you, and worse, there are those who will take your words and use them against you. The chosen ones are often misunderstood, and in this misunderstanding lies danger. Jesus himself said, "Do not give what is holy to dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn and tear you in pieces." Matthew 7:6. As a chosen one, you carry pearls, wisdom, gifts, and a spiritual anointing that not everyone is ready to receive or respect. You must protect these. You are not meant to expose every aspect of your journey or your spiritual insight to those who are not on the same frequency. You need to practice discernment in every interaction. Secret 1. Protect your spiritual insights. Your spiritual insights are sacred. Not every revelation you receive is meant to be shared openly, especially not with those who are spiritually blind. As a chosen one, you will receive wisdom and understanding that others may find confusing or even laughable. This is not because you are wrong. It's because they aren't yet ready to understand what has been revealed to you. Think of the prophets throughout history. They often spoke in parables or kept certain revelations hidden until the time was right. Why? Because they knew the weight of what they carried. Sharing these divine insights prematurely or with the wrong people could lead to ridicule, persecution, or even spiritual attacks. You need to treat your spiritual revelations like treasures. They are not for casual conversation or to satisfy someone else's curiosity. These insights are gifts from the divine, meant to guide you and fortify you on your journey. If shared carelessly, these precious truths can be diminished in the eyes of others or, worse, twisted and used against you. Let me be clear. This doesn't mean you never share your wisdom. There will be moments when the Spirit prompts you to speak, and you will know when the time is right. But until that moment arrives, guard your insights carefully. Trust your inner knowing. The divine has given you this wisdom for a reason, and part of that reason is to protect it until it can be revealed in the proper time and place. If you've ever felt misunderstood after sharing something deep and spiritual, this is why. The world isn't ready for everything you know. The path of the chosen is not an easy one, and part of that difficulty comes from carrying knowledge that others are not yet ready to understand. But that's okay. You're not here to convince everyone. You're here to fulfill your mission, and part of that mission is knowing when to stay silent. Secret 2. Keep your vulnerabilities hidden. The second secret you must keep as a chosen one is your vulnerabilities. Yes, even the chosen ones have weaknesses. You may be divinely guided, but you are still human, and humans are prone to moments of doubt, fear, and exhaustion. These vulnerabilities, however, should not be exposed to everyone. Why? Because not everyone will offer you compassion. In fact, many will use your moments of weakness to attack you spiritually or emotionally. We live in a world where energy is currency, and when you show vulnerability to the wrong people, you open yourself up to being drained. Spiritual parasites exist, and they are drawn to the light of the chosen ones, not because they appreciate it, but because they seek to extinguish it. You must be discerning about who you trust with your heart. The world is full of people who will appear supportive to your face, only to speak against you behind your back. These are the people who, if they know where your cracks are, will exploit them. I'm not saying you should hide your humanity altogether. No, we all need moments of connection, and we all need trusted individuals who can see us at our most vulnerable and still offer love and support. But those individuals are few and far between. They are not the masses. They are the ones you find through prayer, through divine guidance, and through testing. Don't give your heart away freely. Consider Jesus in his final hours. He didn't expose his fears and anguish to the crowd. He brought only his closest disciples with him to the Garden of Gethsemane. Even then, he understood the importance of privacy in his most vulnerable moments. Learn from this. Share your struggles with those who have proven themselves to be worthy, but keep your inner sanctum guarded against those who would use your pain for their own gain. You, the chosen one, are on a divine mission. The insights and vulnerabilities you carry are sacred, and they are not for everyone. As you continue your journey, remember this truth. Not all ears are ready to hear, and not all hearts are ready to understand. Protect what has been entrusted to you. Guard your spirit with the wisdom that not all things are meant to be shared openly. Secret 3. Guard your energy. Let's talk about your energy. Have you ever noticed how people seem drawn to you, as if they can sense there's something different about you? It's because, as a chosen one, your energy radiates differently. You carry a light within you that others may not fully understand, but they feel it. This is both a blessing and a burden. Your energy is your spiritual currency. It is the fuel that powers your divine mission. But here's the thing. There are people out there, and even spiritual entities, that will seek to drain you of this energy. These are the people who always seem to need something from you but offer nothing in return. The ones who come to you with their problems, their negativity, and their drama, all the while pulling from your spiritual reserves. They see the light in you, and instead of being inspired to seek their own, they attempt to siphon yours. It's no accident that you feel drained after certain interactions. That's not your imagination. It's your spirit telling you that your energy is being depleted by someone who does not have your best interests at heart. Now, understand this. You are not obligated to pour into everyone. Yes, you are called to serve, but you must also be discerning. Not everyone who seeks your energy is deserving of it. Some are only there to consume, to take, and to leave you empty. This is why guarding your energy is one of the most important secrets for a chosen one. Without it, you will find yourself depleted, weakened, and unable to fulfill the mission you've been called to complete. How do you guard your energy? First, recognize when you're being drained. Pay attention to your body, your emotions, and your spirit. When you feel that heavy, exhausted sensation after being around someone, that's a sign. The divine has given you the gift of intuition for a reason. Trust it. If someone consistently leaves you feeling worse off than before, they are not contributing to your spiritual growth. You must distance yourself. Second, practice the art of saying no. As a chosen one, you are often inclined to help, to heal, to guide. That's part of your nature. But remember, even healers need rest. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you wise. It's a boundary that protects your energy, allowing you to reserve it for those who truly need and appreciate it, and for your own spiritual journey. Third, be selective about who you allow into your inner circle. Not everyone deserves access to your presence, to your energy. The people you keep closest to you should be those who lift you up, who energize you, and who understand the sacredness of your spiritual path. Surround yourself with individuals who contribute to your growth, not those who drain your life force. This is the wisdom of guarding your energy, a secret that the chosen ones must learn to master. The chosen ones are not ordinary people. They are individuals who have been set apart for a divine purpose. And with that purpose comes responsibilities and challenges that others may never understand. You are walking a path that many will never see, and you are carrying burdens that few can comprehend. But you are not alone. The divine is with you every step of the way, guiding you, protecting you, and equipping you with the wisdom and strength you need to fulfill your mission. Remember these secrets. Protect your spiritual insights, keep your vulnerabilities hidden, guard your energy, and above all, trust your inner guidance. As a chosen one, you are meant for greatness, but greatness comes with wisdom and discernment. It's time to step fully into your calling. The world needs you, but first, you must protect what is sacred. Secret 4. Keep your presence sacred now. Let's go deeper, beyond your energy. Let's talk about your presence, your very being. The essence of who you are is sacred. This isn't just about the energy you give, but the space you occupy in this world. Your presence carries a weight, a divine purpose, and as a chosen one, you must understand the power of that presence. Have you ever entered a room and felt the atmosphere shift? Or maybe you've spoken a few words, and suddenly everyone's attention is on you. That's because your presence is magnetic. Whether you realize it or not, you carry an aura that affects the spaces you enter. This is not by accident. It's part of your calling. But with great presence comes great responsibility. Not everyone is worthy of sharing space with you. Now, that might sound harsh, but it's the truth. As a chosen one, you have been set apart for a higher purpose, and not everyone can handle that. Some people will be intimidated by your presence. Some will be envious, and others will try to diminish your light because it threatens their own sense of self. This is why you must be intentional about the spaces you enter and the people you allow to share your presence. How do you protect your presence? First, be mindful of the environments you place yourself in. Certain places carry negative energy, and as a chosen one, you are more sensitive to these energies than most. Walking into an environment filled with hostility, jealousy, or spiritual darkness can affect you deeply. Your presence may shift the atmosphere, but it can also be attacked by the energies that reside there. Protect yourself by being discerning about where you go and who you spend your time with. Second, understand that your presence is a gift. Not everyone deserves to bask in it. This is not about arrogance. It's about protecting the sacredness of who you are. You wouldn't throw a priceless treasure into the mud. So why would you place your sacred presence in environments or relationships that diminish your light? Choose wisely. You are not here to be everyone's friend, confidant, or guide. Your mission is too important for that. Third, embrace the power of solitude. As a chosen one, there will be times when you need to retreat from the world, to recharge, to reconnect with the divine, and to protect your presence from being overexposed. Solitude is not loneliness. It's a form of spiritual preservation. When you withdraw, you allow your spirit to renew itself, to receive fresh revelations, and to strengthen for the journey ahead. Don't be afraid to take time for yourself. In fact, it is essential. Consider how often Jesus would withdraw from the crowds to be alone in prayer. He understood the importance of solitude in maintaining his spiritual strength and connection to the Father. If he needed that time, how much more do we? Your presence is powerful, but it also needs protection and renewal. Solitude is the key to that renewal. Chosen ones, your energy and your presence are your most valuable assets. They are the foundation of your spiritual power, your mission, and your ability to impact the world. But they are also fragile if left unprotected. You must guard your energy with discernment and wisdom, and you must treat your presence as the sacred gift that it is. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not every environment is conducive to your growth. By setting boundaries, practicing discernment, and embracing the power of solitude, you protect the essence of who you are. In doing so, you ensure that you are equipped to fulfill your divine mission. Secret 5. The power of silence as a chosen one. Silence is one of your greatest allies. In a world that thrives on noise, where everyone wants to be heard, there is immense power in holding your tongue. Now, this doesn't mean living in constant secrecy or never speaking your truth. Rather, it means knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. There is a reason why the great spiritual masters of old often spoke very little. Silence holds a different energy, a divine energy. In silence, you communicate with the spiritual realm in ways that words cannot. Think about it. How often have you regretted words spoken in haste or out of frustration? Words are powerful. They create, they destroy, and they can never be taken back once released into the world. But silence is a space of reflection, of contemplation, and of gathering power. Silence as a shield, as a chosen one. There will be times when people will provoke you, question you, or challenge your spiritual path. In these moments, silence can be your greatest shield. When you refrain from responding to negativity or attempts to stir conflict, you preserve your energy and protect your peace. Not every battle is yours to fight, and sometimes the wisest course of action is to say nothing at all. Consider this: Jesus remained silent before his accusers. Even when questioned, even when mocked, he chose silence over defense. Why? Because he knew that his mission and truth did not require validation from the world. He was secure in who he was and what he had come to do. As a chosen one, you must adopt the same mindset. You don't need to justify yourself to those who do not understand your path. Let them speak, let them question, but choose silence as your response. In doing so, you maintain control over your own spiritual energy. When to speak and when to be silent. Now, let's make something clear. There are moments when you will be called to speak, when the Spirit moves you to share your wisdom or to defend a righteous cause. Do so without hesitation. But know the difference between a divine calling to speak and an emotional reaction. How do you know when to speak and when to stay silent? The answer lies in discernment. Before responding to a situation, especially one that feels emotionally charged, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Will my words bring light, or will they feed into the darkness? Will my response serve my mission, or is it simply a reaction to someone else's ignorance or negativity? More often than not, silence is the more powerful response. In silence, you maintain your dignity, your energy, and your focus. You deny the opposition any power over you, and most importantly, you leave space for divine wisdom to guide your next steps. Secret 6. The art of discretion. Discretion goes hand in hand with silence, but it operates on a different level. Discretion is about knowing what to reveal and what to withhold. As a chosen one, there are aspects of your life, your spiritual path, and your mission that must remain hidden. This isn't about living in fear or secrecy. It's about understanding that not everything is meant to be shared, We live in a world obsessed with oversharing, social media, constant communication, and the need for validation have led many to reveal every detail of their lives to the public. But for the chosen ones, this is dangerous. Your spiritual journey is sacred, and not everyone is meant to witness it. Why discretion matters. Discretion protects you from unnecessary spiritual attacks. When you reveal too much about yourself, your plans, your struggles, your victories, you open the door for others to interfere in your journey. Some will do so out of jealousy, others out of malice, and some without even realizing the harm they cause. Think of your spiritual path like a delicate plant that needs time to grow, to develop roots, and to strengthen before it can withstand the elements. If you expose it too soon, it becomes vulnerable to the wind, the rain, and even those who may step on it unknowingly. Your journey is no different. Until you are fully rooted in your mission, you must be selective about what you share and with whom. This doesn't mean you should never share your experiences. There will be times when sharing your story will inspire others, and there will be moments when the Spirit prompts you to reveal certain aspects of your journey. But those moments must be guided by divine wisdom, not by the desire for attention or validation. Protecting your spiritual progress. Discretion is particularly important when it comes to your spiritual progress. As you grow, you will experience revelations, breakthroughs, and moments of divine clarity. These are precious gifts meant to strengthen you and guide you on your path, but not everyone is ready to hear or understand what you've been given. Sharing these revelations prematurely can lead to misunderstanding, mockery, or even spiritual attack. The enemy, both in the physical and spiritual realms, thrives on information. The more they know about your journey, your weaknesses, and your plans, the easier it is for them to disrupt your progress. This is why discretion is essential. Keep your spiritual growth private until it is time for it to be revealed. Move in silence and let your success and spiritual power speak for itself when the time is right. Discretion in relationships. Discretion also extends to your relationships. As a chosen one, you will form connections with others who are on a similar spiritual path, and these relationships will be vital to your growth. However, not every relationship deserves public attention. There are connections that should remain private, sacred even, because they are divinely orchestrated for a purpose. This is especially true when it comes to romantic relationships. As a chosen one, you may find yourself attracting individuals who are drawn to your light but not necessarily aligned with your mission. Be discerning about who you allow into your inner circle and who you share your deepest truths with. Discretion in your relationships ensures that the sacredness of your connection remains protected from outside interference and negativity. The power of moving in silence. Finally, let's talk about the power of moving in silence. This means making decisions, working on projects, and making progress in your spiritual journey without announcing your every move. There is immense power in silence because it allows you to build without distraction, interference, or unnecessary scrutiny. When you move in silence, you give yourself the space to grow without the pressure of outside opinions or expectations. You can focus solely on your mission and your connection to the divine. And when the time comes to reveal the fruits of your labor, the impact will be undeniable. Chosen ones, silence and discretion are your spiritual armor. In a world that thrives on noise and oversharing, you must walk a different path. Choose your words carefully, protect your spiritual progress, and be discerning about who you allow into your inner circle. Remember, not everything is meant to be shared, and not every battle requires a response. By embracing the power of silence and discretion, you protect your energy, your presence, and your divine mission. Secret 7. Master your emotions. Emotions are part of the human experience. Even as a chosen one, you will experience the full spectrum of emotions: joy, sorrow, anger, love, frustration. But here's where your path differs from others. You cannot afford to let your emotions control you. To be effective in your mission, you must learn to master them. The key to mastering your emotions is not to suppress them, but to understand them. You must know where they come from, why they arise, and how to channel them in a way that serves your purpose rather than disrupts it. This is no easy task, but it is necessary. Why is emotional mastery so important? Because as a chosen one, you are a spiritual warrior, and like any warrior, you must remain calm and focused, even in the heat of battle. When emotions take over, you lose control, your judgment becomes clouded, and your ability to make wise decisions diminishes. The enemy, whether spiritual or physical, thrives on chaos. If you are ruled by your emotions, you become vulnerable to manipulation, distraction, and defeat. Think about the story of Moses. Even after leading his people out of Egypt, he struggled with his emotions. In a moment of frustration, he struck the rock instead of speaking to it as God had instructed. This act of anger cost him the chance to enter the Promised Land. Numbers 20:12. This shows us that even the most divinely chosen leaders can fall victim to their emotions if they don't learn to master them. How to master your emotions? Mastering your emotions starts with cultivating self-awareness. You must become in tune with your inner state. When feelings like anger, sadness, or anxiety rise within you, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this? What's the root cause of this emotion? Often, our emotions are linked to deeper issues, fears, unresolved pain, or unmet expectations. Understanding the cause of your emotions helps you address the issue, rather than reacting impulsively to the surface emotion. Next, practice emotional regulation. This is the ability to manage your feelings in a healthy, constructive way. Instead of reacting automatically, respond thoughtfully. Emotional regulation means taking a pause to breathe, reflect, and assess the situation before acting. Instead of letting your emotions dictate your actions, you gain the power to choose a response that aligns with your mission and purpose. For example, when anger arises, instead of lashing out, take a deep breath, assess the situation, and choose a response that serves your higher goal rather than reacting out of impulse. Not every emotion needs to be expressed immediately. Some feelings, like anger or frustration, are temporary and don't need to dictate your actions. If you express them right away, you might say or do something you'll regret. Learning to hold back emotional outbursts is a vital part of spiritual growth and emotional mastery. Emotional mastery and your mission as a chosen one, your emotions hold power, but only when you master them. Reacting impulsively when strong emotions arise could lead to regret. Pause, breathe, and ask yourself, what's the wisest course of action here? This simple practice can save you from making decisions that don't align with your mission. Remember, emotional mastery doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing your emotions. Suppressed feelings don't vanish. They build up and can erupt unexpectedly. Acknowledge your emotions, but don't let them control your actions. You are the master of your emotions, not the other way around. Channeling emotions for spiritual power. Your emotions can become a potent source of spiritual strength if you learn to channel them correctly. For instance, righteous anger over injustice can ignite change. It can spur you to act in ways that foster spiritual and social transformation. Similarly, sorrow can lead to greater compassion, urging you to heal and uplift others in pain. The key is not to let your emotions overwhelm you, but to use them as tools. Ask yourself, can my frustration inspire perseverance? Can my sadness deepen my empathy for others? Can my joy lift those around me? By transforming your emotions into spiritual energy, you stay in control and continue walking in alignment with your divine mission. Secret 8. Maintaining balance. Balance is the foundation of a chosen one's life. Without balance, even the most powerful spiritual warriors can fall. Balance allows you to walk the fine line between the spiritual and the physical worlds, without becoming lost in either. But in today's fast-paced world, maintaining balance is challenging. You're constantly pulled in different directions: work, relationships, responsibilities, and of course, your spiritual journey. If you're not careful, you may find yourself overwhelmed, burned out, or disconnected from your higher purpose. How to maintain balance as a chosen one? Start by prioritizing your spiritual life. As a chosen one, your spiritual connection is the bedrock of everything you do. Without it, you risk losing direction and purpose. No matter how busy life gets, make time each day for spiritual practices. Whether it's prayer, meditation, reflection, or simply sitting in silence, this daily connection with the divine will keep you centered, providing the clarity and strength you need to navigate life's challenges. Next, practice self-care. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Your physical, mental, and emotional well-being are just as important as your spiritual health. Care for your body with proper nutrition, rest, and exercise. Protect your mind by setting boundaries, avoiding toxic situations, and engaging in activities that bring peace and joy. Balance is about taking care of the whole person, not just one aspect of yourself. Lastly, learn the power of saying no. As a chosen one, people will naturally be drawn to you, seeking your guidance, light, and energy. While part of your mission is to help others, you must protect yourself from becoming overextended. You are not responsible for everyone's healing, and you cannot solve every problem. Learn to discern when it's time to step in and when it's time to step back. Saying no is not selfish, it's necessary for maintaining balance. Cultivate a balanced mindset, avoid extremes in any area of life, whether in emotions, behavior, or beliefs. Extremes lead to imbalance. Stay grounded, drawing wisdom from both spiritual and practical sources. Remember that you live in both the physical and spiritual realms, and each has its place in your journey. If you focus too much on one and neglect the other, imbalance will follow. Balancing relationships. Your relationships are another area where balance is key. As a chosen one, your relationships can either strengthen or weaken your spiritual path. Surround yourself with people who support your growth, who understand your mission, and who uplift you. At the same time, distance yourself from those who drain your energy or pull you away from your higher purpose. But balance doesn't mean cutting off everyone who is struggling. It means knowing how much of yourself to give and when to step back to recharge. You're not called to be a martyr for everyone's issues, but you are called to be a light. Balance ensures you fulfill that role without losing yourself in the process. Maintaining balance between solitude and connection. Finally, balance your time between solitude and connection. Solitude is essential for spiritual renewal. In these quiet moments, you receive guidance, strength, and clarity from the divine. But equally important is your connection with others. As a chosen one, you are here to guide, inspire, and uplift others, which requires interaction with the world. The key is finding a rhythm that works for you. Spend enough time alone to recharge spiritually, but don't isolate yourself completely. You have a mission to fulfill, and that mission requires engagement with others. Balance solitude with meaningful connections, and you will find your spiritual power growing stronger with each interaction. Chosen ones, mastering your emotions and maintaining balance is not just personal growth. It is essential for your spiritual survival. Emotional mastery keeps you focused and in control, while balance ensures you remain grounded and aligned with your purpose. Remember, you walk a sacred path, and every step requires awareness, discipline, and grace. By mastering your emotions and maintaining balance, you empower yourself to move through the world with strength, wisdom, and divine purpose. Secret 9. Shield your spirit. As a chosen one, you're naturally more attuned to spiritual energies around you. This heightened sensitivity is a gift, but it also exposes you to negative forces. Spiritual attacks can come in many forms: emotional exhaustion, confusion, doubt, fear, or even physical illness. These negative energies can disrupt your peace and cloud your path, making it essential to protect your spirit as you fulfill your mission. How to protect your spirit? First, nurture your connection with the divine. Your relationship with the Creator acts as your spiritual fortress. When you're aligned with the divine, you're shielded from harmful energies. This connection provides clarity, guidance, and a protective covering. To maintain it, engage in daily spiritual practices like prayer, meditation, or reading sacred texts. These practices keep your spirit grounded, ensuring you stay in tune with divine love, light, and wisdom. Second, enhance your spiritual protection by using tools like prayer, affirmations, protective symbols, or crystals. One of the most powerful prayers for protection is the Lord's Prayer, which provides a spiritual shield. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Matthew 6 verse 13. When you feel vulnerable, speak affirmations over your life. Declare that you are surrounded by divine light and that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Third, cleanse your energy regularly. Just as your body needs care, your spirit does too. Negative energies can attach to you from toxic environments, people, or stressful situations. Practices like smudging with sage, bathing in salt water, or visualizing white light washing over you can help clear these energies and restore your spirit to purity. Recognizing spiritual attacks: not every challenge you face is a spiritual attack, but being aware of the signs is key. Spiritual attacks often manifest as fear, doubt, confusion, or a sense of disconnection from your purpose. Relationships may become unusually strained, or you may experience a heaviness that seems to linger. When these signs appear, it's vital to take action. Don't panic. Spiritual protection is crucial in these moments. Call on the divine for guidance, stand firm in your faith, and remember that fear is the enemy's most effective weapon. Trust in your connection to the divine and remain resolute in your purpose. Secret 10. Cultivate an unshakable connection to the divine. This is the bedrock of everything. Without an unwavering connection to the divine, all the other secrets fall apart. Your bond with the Creator is the source of your wisdom, protection, and spiritual strength. Strengthening this connection is not optional. It is essential for your path as a chosen one. How to strengthen your connection to the divine? Prioritize your daily communion with the divine. Whether through prayer, meditation, or reflection, this time is sacred. It is when you align with the higher forces guiding your life and receive the insight and direction needed to fulfill your mission. Life's demands can easily distract you, but neglecting this connection is the most dangerous thing you can do. Jesus, even amid his ministry, would retreat to solitary places to pray. Luke 5 verse 16. If he needed that time, how much more do we as chosen ones? Develop spiritual listening. Strengthening your connection requires spiritual listening, an often overlooked aspect of prayer or meditation. Prayer is not just about speaking, it's about listening too. The divine speaks to us through intuition, signs, and circumstances, but we must be attuned to hear it. Quiet your mind, seek stillness, and listen for the subtle guidance that comes from within. Surrendering to the divine will. True strength in your connection to the divine comes from surrender. This doesn't mean giving up, but trusting that the divine has a plan for you. It means releasing the need to control everything and letting go of your fears, doubts, and anxieties. In surrendering, you open yourself up to divine guidance and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. The Creator's plan for you is far greater than anything you can imagine. Surrender is not passive, it is active trust. The power of faith. Faith is the cornerstone of your connection to the divine. is what sustains you when the path is unclear or when challenges seem overwhelming. Even when you feel abandoned or when doubt creeps in, remember this: the divine never abandons those who are chosen. You are divinely protected, guided, and loved. Faith doesn't mean the absence of doubt. It means moving forward despite it. When you maintain faith, you keep your connection to the divine strong, and that strength will carry you through any storm. The sacred journey of the chosen one, your journey is a sacred one, filled with challenges and triumphs. Protecting your spirit and maintaining a close connection to the divine are crucial to walking this path with strength and wisdom. With these secrets, you now have the tools to walk the path of the chosen with spiritual authority and courage. Trust in the guidance and protection that surrounds you. Closing thoughts: thank you for sharing in this sacred journey. Stay protected, stay connected, and above all, stay faithful. If this video has inspired you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and join a community of like-minded souls dedicated to spiritual growth and personal development. Stay blessed and keep shining your light. Until next time, thank you for being a part of Spirit Guide.